Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't the portfolio that you would classify as great. As a matter of fact, it's not even one that you would classify as good. This portfolio, I guess you could call it, is one, at least in my opinion, that's far from it. It's one they could effectively get out of your current rut with. It's one that you can quit the 9 till 5, say F you to the big man, and escape the Matrix with. Matter of fact, it's one that's designed for the King of Kings, and if Jesus Christ himself came down from the heavens above and said, give me your best crypto portfolio, you'd call up Kyron or open this video up and give this to him. Now, of course, that is a pretty well exaggerated example, but in this case, I do think this is a really damn good portfolio. Really excited to give you all the hint with it all today. Now, why is it such a good portfolio? Well, in my opinion, it's because, well, it's my portfolio. That's the reason why. Today, guys, I'm going to break down my portfolio. It's been quite a long time since I've done this, maybe even 6 months or so. I'm really excited to see where these projects have come, really show you where they've gone, what I've bought, what I've decided to sell, and why, and then look at the future of the portfolio, because you're going to be very surprised at the fact that I sit here and do this for my full-time job, and you guys know it. You know, I teach you all the correct principles, and as much as I possibly can, you know, I dedicate my life to this art and craft, if you will, and you're going to have an insight into see what I'm currently dealing with myself. So with that being said, guys, smash the like button if you like the green screen. I only will continue doing these videos if I know you like them, and with that being said, let's get into it. Now, with all that out the way and the hype built, I want to say this portfolio, again, is built off my current one. Now, why do I say it builds off my current one? Well, actually, what I've decided to do is build a portfolio for my business under the No BS Crypto business name. Yes, it's true. I've created a business, No BS Crypto, and of course, I've created a business account and I'm holding crypto in that. And I've consolidated that with my old personal portfolio that's taken me years and years to build, and I've smashed them into one. Okay, so it's technically one portfolio now. And all of this is consolidated because, well, simply the fact that we get lower tax here in Australia. It's just simple as that. When you're a business, 20%, still a lot. Cut off. Personal, you can go up quite a bit from there. So in this case, the old portfolio, as you can see on screen here, had a very fundamental big problem that you might be facing as well. And it's simply that the portfolio is way too big. And guys, please, you need to follow this information and this advice. And I will go on record and say this is advice, is you need to dedicate at least 10 minutes of research per project per day. It's not financial advice, it's just personal advice, because seriously, I'm telling you right now, in a bull run, it's going to get ahead of you. The difference between one day and the next can be the difference between you making a lot of money or like missing the boat altogether. Okay, so again, I looked at my portfolio in this case and I thought to myself, I've got way too many altcoins. Now, I love all of them. I really do, apart from XRP. I'm convicted in all of these, apart from XRP. I bought that for the potential price increase, right? So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I almost ran out of breath there. Way too many, okay? In my opinion, again, what do I say? I think 15 altcoins is the maximum, but that's for someone who can dedicate, again, 150 minutes per day to research all their altcoins, and that for me is unfeasible. So I got to shrink it. Now for me, I thought, hey, I think 100 minutes per day is reasonable. A lot of this is research for you guys. I do live streams every day, so I do keep up to date on most of these anyway, just by pure, you know, proxy, I guess you could say. And so 100 minutes is definitely obtainable for me. So what I decided to do was I had to prune them. Now, this is a very difficult thing a lot of us will struggle with. It's essentially the ones I thought initially, what do I have the least conviction in? And what are the ones that I don't really see doing as well as others? Again, because it all needs to work back from a goal. So of course, I decided to sell some. I decided to sell these. This is my new portfolio. As you can see here, in this case, the chart says green is I've filled my bags, I'm not buying anymore. Blues dictates I'm DCAing, or I'm actively looking to finish filling my bag, and red means I'm not buying. Now, of course, I've sold these so far, and you're going to be surprised. The ones that I've actually sold here are the ones that I personally didn't think I would ever sell. You know, the fundamentally fantastic projects. Again, I decided to sell those, not because, again, mainly based on conviction, but to be honest with you, I decided to sell them because I was not achieving my goal with them. Now, my personal goal in this space is, again, we should always work back from it. I want to own outright 4 investment properties. If you watch my video on that, it's very important you understand, because then you know how much money you've invested, how many multiples you need to achieve that goal, and this way you can find the correct altcoins. That way you can find safer altcoins if possible. There's no point looking for a 10x and buying like a meme coin at like a 1 million market cap. It doesn't make any sense. That's what I kind of did. Now, I decided to get rid of DOT, Flux, Chainlink, Glimmer, Atom, XRP. Now, to be honest, one of the big outliers in this case was Chainlink. I sold Chainlink because I wanted to, as you'll see in a second, consolidate Chainlink, but I do want to get back into it. I won't lie with you. The other ones I do, you know, apart from XRP, I would love to keep, but Link is the only one that I would look to actively get back into as well, even Solana if the chance is given. So what I decided to do was take these, what are these, 6 altcoins here, and put them all into one. And my biggest and baddest, well, I shouldn't say baddest, that doesn't really work in this case, my biggest and most convicted project of them all. And that, of course, is my #1 holding by an absolute stretch and a half, Hedera HBAR, guys. I have spent a lot of money on this project, consolidated all those altcoins, and then some. Now, I bought HBAR, and currently I'm sitting at about $40,000 for this project. Now, mind you, I don't want any of you to assume that this is a flex. It's the one bit of hesitation I've always had about doing a portfolio update. I know most of you have made money in the market right now, probably a lot more than I have, to be honest with you. But this, for those of you who don't have as much money as me right now, this is not a flex. This is just pure me being honest, right? So I had 500,000 tokens, and that was my goal. And I've bought it at about 5 cents a pop, right? So right now, again, sitting about $40,000 for HBAR, which again is quite nice. The key thing here is I'm staking all of, well, actually not all of, as many of these as possible. The only one I'm not staking right now is Quant, which is the 3rd highest. And that's simply because there's nowhere to stake Quant, right? Well, there is, but not any official ways, right? I like to be official. So HBAR was my #1 holding. And again, I decided to get rid of these into it again, because I'm looking at HBAR thinking to myself, okay, I know that I'm going to get my multiples out of the market. So my goal for the market, by the way, is to achieve $3 million Australian. So I'm putting about, I don't even know, about 120, 130,000 Australian in, something like that. And so, of course, I need maybe mid to high 20 to 30x here. And I think HBAR will obtain that. And again, that's going to give me my 4 properties plus a couple $100,000 to invest back into the market in the next crash. And also, you know, accounting for tax, which is very important to do. So my #2 holding over here is Mina. Surprisingly, now, that's just simply because I have averaged into Mina at a fantastic price, 30 cents. Now, I got into Mina at literally 36 cents, but I got into the ICO as well at 25 cents. Way back, I bought 2,000 tokens, I think for $500 back then. And great price, of course, ICO. And that's, of course, brought my weight down a little bit, but 30,000 tokens I currently hold. And as I said, I'm staking or delegating these tokens right now. So I should end up with quite a bit more in 2025, just based on passive income. And I'm holding about $24,000 worth of the tokens right now. Again, I got in a really good time. The price went up recently to $1. I couldn't capitalize. You guys know the reason why. So my #3 holding, and again, this portfolio, I believe, is a legendary portfolio, because I think that these altcoins, while they are quite similar, they are still diversified, but they are focusing on just Web3 and Web2 industries alike. They're interchangeable, okay? They're not just heavily hyper-focused on the fact of a gaming pump. They're, you know, they're going to suffice, you know, you guys know my drill here. They're going to suffice in the long term as well, right? If 2025 doesn't see a bull run, I'm going to be holding these till 2030, no problem at all. So again, QNT, my #3 holding over here, I held 150 QNT tokens. I am not buying anymore. Average buying price for this bad girl, $95, not too bad. I bought some at like 87, I think it was. Some at about 100, some at 95. So they've all been mixed around, but an average at 95. It's very important you do, of course, you know, factor in what your average buying and know that, at least roughly speaking. Now, I'm actively looking to buy more Near Protocol, XLM, and Algorand, so that's where they're blue, okay, because I've only filled 50% of my Near Protocol bag, 87% of my XLM bag, and 36% Algorand. Now, I actually bought in at a very good price for Near Protocol. I literally timed the bottom, again, like Mina, to perfection. I got about 4,700 tokens in there, and I do regret, I of course didn't have the money at the time. I just threw in a whole bunch of it at that moment, but I want to get 10,000 tokens. That's my goal, but of course, the price is like $2.50 right now. There's no way I can afford that, nor am I going to buy that, massive increase in price. It's 2.5x what I bought in that originally. So again, halfway there, but we'll see. I'm aiming for $1.50 for the NEO token. Now, XLM's a bit of a better story in this case. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get 11 cents as my look to buy in price here. We may see a bit of a correction, which is what I'm hoping for most of these, but it's very simple, guys. What have I always said to you, right? I am a robot, first and foremost. If NEO Protocol never gets to under $1.50, well, I'm holding 4,700 tokens. I'm looking for the next project. It's very important we remember that. There's no point in FOMO buying, because if you FOMO buy, you're literally going against all the principles of investing. So again, XLM, 87% in. I'm looking to get 100,000 tokens, so not too bad for this one, but of course, I want to work in round numbers, okay? Algorand, pretty poor, 36%. Now, actually, Algorand was one of the ones that I had stopped buying over here. So green, of course, was stopped buying because at the last portfolio update, that was when I had all the news around Algorand and the SEC was coming out, and there's still been a few updates since then, actually. But I think the consumer confidence is growing and growing, and Algorand now, I think it's like 16 cents or something like that. So that's why I'm still a little bit underwater, to be honest. Again, I haven't been buying this for a while now, but I do want to get to 100,000 tokens if possible, but that's why I'm looking for 12 cents, all right? I'm just waiting and waiting. It's a bit annoying that it was like 8, 9, 10 cents for a while there, so what can we do? We're all human. We don't have infinite money, right? Now, over here, I bought more layer 1 projects. Okay, I bought Casper and XDC. Just like Mina and just like NEO Protocol, I timed the bottom to perfection. Over here, I got in again. So I had bought in about 31 cents. I got in again at about 33 cents. And like a couple weeks after I bought, so about a week ago, or a few days ago, matter of fact, the price smashed up for Casper. It was a stable coin before then. So I got a total of 150,000 tokens, average of 0.032. I think it's trading at about 0.47, maybe 0.05 by now. So I've definitely almost 2x my money here. It's been pretty good. But again, we're investing for, we're investing for the next 2 years. Like, this is a train of thought that it's normal to feel, but get yourself out of, right? This feeling of price goes up, up, up. Oh, my project's still down, or it's moving sideways, or it's barely moving against the whole market. When the projects typically perform their best is when that narrative that it's known for, layer 1, Oracle, you guys know the drill by now, they are the most prominent times to sell the altcoin. Now that's going to look at happening probably mid to late 2025, given everything works out as normal. So we have plenty of time here. We're in accumulation phase, right? That's why I'm angry that I don't have cheaper prices here. I don't care if we move sideways for the next 1.5 years. The projects I buy are quality. That's what I strongly do believe. So as I said over here, we have XDC as well. I've finished filling this bag, 100,000 tokens. I actually sold some XDC. So I've averaged in about 0.033. Good time to buy. I actually timed that really well as well. And if we scroll back over here, where is XDC network? Here we are actually. So yeah, I sold some. I had about 18,750 tokens. Again, I got rid of the extra top here, put some more in HBAR. Again, because I like to work in round numbers and I just wanted to fill my HBAR bag. Don't hate me, I was in profit, okay? That being done as well, the last two in this case is Algorand, is Multiverse X, and ICP. Now, I don't hold much, but these are the two that I hold a little list of, if that's even a word, and I want to get in more out, okay? I unfortunately didn't buy these at a very good time at all, and matter of fact, I kind of did miss them. They're way up right now, okay? Only 22% of my bag in Multiverse X and 17% in ICP have been filled. I'm looking to get in at $35 and $4.40, and mind you, even at these prices, I'm not ecstatic about. I'm not happy at all. I think these prices are still way too inflated, so I'm hoping there's some decent correction with the whole market that will allow me to get in a lot cheaper. Ideally, in this case, I want $25, call me ambitious, for Multiverse X, and in this case, sub $3 for ICP. Again, probably not going to happen considering like $2.90 was roughly the bottom for ICP, but one can dream, okay? But over here, we can see I've got 3 more slots open. So why? You just told me before, Karen, that you're looking at 10 slots. Why are you looking at adding 3 more? Well, because these are what I call my main bags, right? These are the ones that I'm going to be buying no earlier than, 15 months out from the bull run, possible peak here, so about mid next year, to avoid capital gains tax. And I am looking to add maybe possibly Pyth or Pith, right? Which is an Oracle like Chainlink. So the reason why I've done that is because, again, you know, avoiding capital gains tax is what you should do. We're not avoiding tax, we're avoiding capital gains tax. A bonus tax rate that you're typically supposed to be, you know, charged when you buy or sell rather within 12 months of buying an asset. So we don't want that. That's why we have what I call small bags, or these over here, right? I'm looking to fill 3 spots, 2 gaming projects because gaming is going to be massive, and 1 high potential earning project. Now, this is my potential play here. I am looking to get into Cedarfy as it's a gaming launch pad, okay? So I'm exposed to more games. Average ROI per project back then was literally a 44x in the last bull run, so huge chances here. And I'm looking to get in a single game. I could look at IMX or Immutable X if it drops, mainly Big Time or Illuvium. These single, what they call AAA games, not really, but they classify themselves as AAA games, which could be huge in the bull run. So that's what I'm eyeing off in this case, maybe leaning more so towards Illuvium, depending on how prices drop from here. And then for the 1 high potential, another launch pad, but just a regular launch pad in this case, BSC pad. Again, if I can get a pretty good allocation here, I'm going to get a lot of friggin' money very passively throughout the whole bull run. Plus, I expect these projects to likely themselves 30x plus. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to bring up my lacking players, for example. I don't think any of these will lack. Again, my goal with this portfolio is to achieve my goal at the end of the bull run, which is like a 25 to a 30x. So as long as I achieve that, I'm not getting too much more ambitious. These 3 players will be my big ones. So guys, I want you to go down below and leave me some suggestions for a potential gaming project and also, you know, a potential big moonshot. Now, the moonshot I was thinking of possibly keeping over here was going to be Flux, but I want some suggestions as well. I'm teetering on this idea, but either way, we have plenty of time to decide. So with that being said, I hope you have enjoyed. Hopefully this has helped you on your journey and given you some perspective. Hey, even Kyron, even the people that teach crypto, they're down a little bit still. They're struggling with the same problems. We're all human, guys. None of us are perfect. Don't ever think that an influencer is perfect. No one is. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Talk to you all soon.